tonight on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, Tomorrow's World includes a look at the dangers of driving.
Barry, I've commandeered a vehicle.
The old trick, eh? Eat the telly before I get a chance to nick you.
It's a toaster.
Charlie, you have been defeated. Surrender. You have failed.
Insufficient data.
Nazi ain't got no humanity. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
Is this world protected? But you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them? Hello. I'm the doctor.
Yes, indeed, ladies and yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I have not been. Actually, I've had a rough couple of weeks. I will not sugarcoat this. I think I talked about it last time I was on air. Right, I have had a rough couple of weeks. Essentially, all the emotional fallout from Daisy. What's up? You want to say hello? Oh, you just want to look at me adoringly. What's that? Yes. Come on, come up. Come up. Come on, you can come up. No? Now you're just confused. Up. There you go. Come on, let's say hello to everyone. There you go, Dave. Yes, I love you too. Mwah. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. Oh, you're a good doggy. All right. Are we good? Okay, I gotta go back to the street. Okay, we're good. Anyway. You're a good girl. I've had her since she was like, this big. Daisy. Me and Daisy go way back. What was that? Yeah. So I talked about this last stream thing. The entire emotional fallout from getting divorced. I didn't actually feel anything all the time. And I tell you, there was a lot there. But it all kind of hit me at once, right? And it was like last week was a rough week. Let me tell you, it was a rough week, and then bleeding in this week was a rough week as well. Right, so when was the last time I streamed? I can't remember. Was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday, right? And I had to stop after about an hour. When was that? Let me look. Hang on. This is on the 27th. So today's the 30th. Wednesday's the 29th. Tuesday's the Monday, because I didn't say, Sunday I couldn't because I was like a bit of a basket case. Right, so Monday's but I can only go how long was it? It was about, it was just over an hour. I've still got this cold, right? Anyway, so thank God I managed to process all of that, and now I'm it's weird, right? Now I'm really in the realm of single, right? And I wasn't really before. My brain has shifted into it. Right, and I have to slow down as well. I was running headlong into dating and finding a new wife ASAP. Right, I don't think that's what the good Lord wants from me, quite frankly. The religious Jewish dating world for the over 50s is a strange place, right? It's a strange place and a place where I live now. Although I made a decision. I don't really think I'm going to be doing much dating until closer to Christmas. I'll tell you exactly why. I've lost about between 30 and 40 kilos since I separated from my ex. Right, that's always a good sign that your marriage wasn't the best. Right, I've lost literally between. I think it might even be 40. I'm going to the doctor on Sunday. I'll weigh myself when I'm there. Now the trouble. So I only really realized when my younger son, showed me a picture of me from a year ago, and I'm literally double the size. Right? Literally double the size. I was like, holy crap. Yeah. Now, the trouble with being like so insanely obese as I was, my body like started to tear itself apart. So I got to have surgery. I got to have this is like hernia is about this big. It's huge, right? After that, that's why I'm going to the doctor on Sunday, right? And the thing is, I haven't been able to deal with it psychologically up until now, really. Right, I was still like recovering. Like that marriage was not good for me. Right, it just was not good for me. What can I say? So like, I want to get that surgery done and over with before I even start thinking about dating. And then by the time I get to Christmas, I'll probably be about another 30 kilo lighter then. Right. So here's the deal. Right. Here's the deal with dating from my perspective, anyway. Right, you're only really dating. You're not dating to hook up, right? Yeah, I personally wouldn't touch somebody that I'm not married to, right? So you got to get married first. So in essence, you're dating to get married, right? So that changes things somewhat, right? So everybody uses dating apps now, right? I'm on this site called Saw You at Sinai, right? And there's more, but you have to put pictures of yourself up. Now, if I can get a picture of myself, around Christmas time, holding up an old pair of pants, whole pair of trousers for the English, right? And I'm like, half the size of it. That plays well, right? That plays well, and that improves your chances. So I had two potential matches suggested for me by this thing called Saw You on Sinai. Right, and the first one, man, I really liked. This was a very attractive woman. Let's start with that. But she was like very, very granola and incredibly fit. Right, I'm not talking about that she was attractive, but I'm like incredibly healthy. Right, had health as a major thing in their life. In her life, her entire life. So, I was like, and I liked everything else on this woman's profile. She seemed like genuinely caring and kind, a bit of a free spirit, not an in the box thinker. I was, what's the word? I was like, that actually could work because, I was thinking, once I lose this weight, right, there's so many things like I can't wait to do. Like, I want to go camping. I want to go hiking. I might go skydiving. Like, you don't understand. I've been fat all my life, right? And I've been, like, insanely fat. Now I've lost real weight. Now, again, when you lose 40 kilo, it's not like, I'm not there yet, right? But I can taste it now. This is the best I've ever done in weight loss. And I think it's going to continue because, again, I think I'm much happier. I was talking to my therapist the other day. She says, asked me about being lonely. I'm like, I'm way less lonely now than when I was married. That's sadly the truth, right? That is sadly the truth. Anyway, so how these dating sites work is you accept it. And then the woman, or the one party accepts it, and then the other party has got several days to accept it, right? And she just hasn't looked at it. So my theory is that she went and looked at my Facebook and going, "Oh, who is this fat fuck?" I don't want anything to do with him, right? Which is fair enough, right? But that's why I think it's prudent to wait, another 4 or 5 months or so. Because I think that's going to put me in a much better position. The other one, the other one that Matt Charles suggested, I don't know. I don't think it will go, right? I don't think she's for me. But my heart bleeds for her, right? She's 49 years old and single, right? And never been married. And I think she's like a religious girl, which means she might well be a virgin, right? Which is like, I'm terrified. No, that terrifies me. Like, oh, God. Like, I don't know if I can be on that one form to be your first experience, right? But generally, but also, it's like if you haven't had the life experience of having kids, it makes a big bridge. However, right? However, I'm thinking, well, firstly, like, again, I feel really bad for this woman, right? I feel really genuinely, bad for her. And I'm thinking, well, what if she is we call it Besheret, right? My other half, right? And I'm just like saying no out of hand. Like, if it could work with the 49-year-old lady, I mean, like, I'd love that to work. But, just because I just think it's really a rough one, right? I think it's really rough that she's never been married. Again, my heart bleeds for her. So I was like, so I was thinking, should I say no or not? I know. I think I'll say yes to, like, a Zoom meeting or something like that. Because, like, I don't want to say no to somebody based on nothing, based on my own inference. But again, oh God, I did. If weirdly, we click and it's like we're good to go, which I don't think is going to happen, right? I don't think it's going to happen. It's all good, right? It's all good then, right? Although I just had an idea last night for a book that I definitely want to write, which will document the whole, like, divorce experience, which I've been really wanting to do somehow. I've been trying to find a way into it, right? And because I've realized I'm in this phase of life minimally for a year. Right? Yeah, I think by this time next year I'll be married, right? But I think I'm in it for, like, a long haul. I mean, I think I'll be married before Doctor Who comes back. Let's put it that way, right? I'm pretty sure. And again, it's so weird when you're my age, because you got, like, your options are so much better. There's so many really, 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 good religious women out there who want husbands. It's really sad, but it's like 10-1 for men. It's really ridiculous, especially ones who aren't assholes. Like, they're mostly, because when you live on your own at this age of life, right, you just get, like, wrapped up in yourself. That's the other thing that worries me about the 49-year-old, because I don't know, like, if you've lived alone all your life, it's a big adjustment. Are you able to do it? But again, these will all be questions if we actually have a conversation, right? Yeah. Unless the other one says yes, and then I'll have a conversation with her. Although, again, I've really decided I don't really want to be meeting. I don't want to make a first impression until after I have the surgery. Right. And then after, if I have the surgery and then I lose some weight, I've decided I've designed the suit I'm going to have made in my head, even though at that point I'll be able to buy clothes off the rack, right? But I've designed the suit I'm going to have made in my head. I'm thinking some kind of maybe charcoal, black pinstripe, some darkish exterior color and waistcoat. However, I'll do the Capaldi thing, right? I'll have the lining being, like, very, very vibrant, bright. I think blue paisley is the way I'll go for. And the lining on the back of the waistcoat will be the same. I have a tie made to match. I'm like, that sounds cool, right? That sounds cool. And I thought, wait a minute. What if they can make the lining, if you could remove it and interchange it? And that way I'd have a whole bunch of different ones I could just, like, put in each week. Right, and I could always have a bit of variety at the same suit. That sounds pretty cool. That indeed sounds pretty cool. Anyway, we have a lot to get to. 1 second. What's that? Yeah, being there. Doink. Yeah, and essentially, I realized I just had to slow down because, like, I was on battle mode with my ex. I didn't even want to be in a bloody fight with her. Frankly, I didn't even know what we were in a fight about, but she was just spitting venom. For a long time, right? For a long time. I think it's what she had to do to get through getting divorced, right? She just had to make me the villain. And I was like, I was just being nice all the time. I know. So, how to go to that? Can't remember. Anyway, let's look at some interesting stuff. Doink. So, Yeah, this is what I was going to watch on the last show, but I was sick, so I didn't have time. Check this out. Elon Musk had an interview with, who was it? The editor of Vanity Fair, maybe? And it didn't go the way the normie thought it would go, right? This is glorious to watch.
Okay.
What do you call the far right? Falsely.
You think is the normal person. Okay.
Yes. Literally, you could go back 10 or 15 years, and these policies were completely normal. In fact, one of the tricks that I think is funny. One thing that's quite funny is to like take a speech from Obama and Hillary, and then go to someone and say,
I like. Do you see like in a head though, like Rupert Low bad, Rupert Low bad.
Years, and these policies were completely normal. In fact, one of the tricks that I think is funny. One thing that's quite.
And like totally, and like again, her world's being like shaken, right?
Funny is to like take a speech from Obama and Hillary, and then go to someone and say, who's sort of on the sort of what I call the lunatic left, and say, what do you think of the speech by Trump? I'm like, oh wow, he's the worst person ever. Actually, that was a speech by Obama, or actually, that was a speech by Hillary.
I agree. No, I agree that the center of gravity in this country has shifted. Certainly, the Democratic Party shifted to the left. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people like Rupert Lowe. I'm talking
right,
about
please.
people.
It's actually just normal people. It's just normal people. It's just normal people. And and here are the principles. And tell me which of these sound terrible. That we should have secure borders. That we should have safe cities. That we should have sensible spending. Which of those three are far right fringe? No, and I would like to just admonish you and the media for the absurd characterization of the far right. It is
again, it's like, and the only way they can fight against it is to give them like these bullshit labels, right? It's Bizarroville, right? It is bizarre. It's Bizarroville.
False and misleading and nonsense. Please keep this part in.
We'll keep all of this in, but
yeah, this is the good part. This is what's going to get you clicks, darling. But she doesn't realize how much she's being owned, which is bizarre.
I don't even live there.
I think of it as the sort of the West collectively.
But do you see why this makes people think that this man who has all this power, he's the world's richest man, he thinks he has a right to influence our politics? It makes people, it's why, we started this conversation saying,
you're fine with the politics being influenced by the BBC, right? And your, monothink party, right? You're fine by that. What you don't like about Elon Musk is he's doing it as well and doing it more effectively than you, right? And that's what you don't like. And that's why you have to call it disinformation, even though he's telling the truth and you're lying.
Superlatives, it's why people loathe you. I mean, some people do loathe you.
Yes, some people do.
Yeah. And the people, her circle does.
Do.
But do you understand why? Do you think what you're doing is helpful for Western democracy?
Maybe some people do loathe me. And that's probably true. I don't care. But the fact that, as you pointed out, 250 million people follow me is that I think a lot more people actually like me than don't.
She's like, it's logic, right? And now he's going to drop a truth bomb.
And I think a lot more people hate you and the media more than you realize.
Yeah. You don't realize how hated you are. God, why would you want to like get into a verbal jousting match with Elon Musk? I mean, really? That just sounds like a bad idea. I hope this one's not like a repeat of it.
Not just the populist right, but the far right. In fact, very fringe parties in some countries.
No, I support the normal people.
Okay.
What do you call the far right? Falsely.
This is a compilation.
I think is the normal person. Okay.
Yes. Literally, you could go back 10 or 15 years, and these policies were completely normal. In fact, one of the tricks that I think is funny. One thing that's quite funny is to like, it's just normal people, and here are the principles, and tell me which of these sound terrible.
Yeah, we just said this.
Absurd characterization of the far right. It is false and misleading and nonsense. Please keep this part in.
We'll keep all of it.
The weird thing is she didn't know she got owned, right? How do you not know I was like, it's wait a minute. Can I find the Elon Musk and BBC interview? That is Elon Musk BBC. Let's see if that comes up. Oh yeah, this one. Oh no, that's a too short a one. The Economist. Oh, see, he's the editor of the Economist. No, I can't find the clip. Never mind. Anyway. Well done, Elon. Well, smartest man turns out to have a bit of a brain on his head. That's quite impressive. Anyway, stuff we didn't get to last show. A couple of trailers. Let's have a look. Let's look at the Blade Runner 2099 trailer. Apparently, that's a trans woman, which means I think it's a woman with a penis. I think playing a replicant, maybe. So honestly, it actually, having a trans person play a replicant could be very interesting. There's some mismatch in their software, hardware, right? It's really something that could actually work. But the trouble is, we got in a world where we had trans characters inserted freaking everywhere, all the time. So there you go. I mean, it looks good, but again, it was 1984 that developed this aesthetic.
We already fought a war. We lost.
So this is 50 years after the last one, right? Yeah.
Replicants. They keep taking it all away.
Michelle Yeoh is normally the kiss of death thing, isn't it? Yeah, look, that's definitely a woman with a penis. That we used to be called a bloke.
Away. How much longer? Until we have nothing. Until we are nothing.
Well, looks interesting. I think I'm up for that.
The old world forever fights to come back. Humans want what was taken from them.
Honestly, this looks like something I would watch, frankly. Looks quite looks interesting. Again, the trans guy, well, whoever, whatever.
But it's our time.
Daisy, what's up, darling? Do you want to come here? No? Okay.
And now.
I remember it got like really shat on, in the nerd news. Everybody hated it. It looked fine to me. I didn't have any problem with it. Now, something I've not been really psyched about is the Lantern show, right? This trailer came out, and I think I kind of get what they're trying to do. I don't think it's a particularly good idea, but I think it's watchable, and I will go along with it.
What the fuck?
It's time to get up, Junior.
So, you're a space cop.
No, I'm just...
So they're going for a, like Sopranos-esque model, right? Now, you could say the adult superhero thing had been done with Penguin. I don't know. See, I felt that was too far removed from superhero-ness, right? I think this is much more, adult superhero stuff. Again, in a dramatic vein, as opposed to something like The Boys, which was comedic. I think it could work. It's an interesting take on what to do with superheroes. Look, we are in the twilight of the superhero movie. Thank God, frankly. Although Spider-Man just totally dominated the box office. I'm looking forward to my kids will take me next week for my birthday. I said, you know what kids say, it's great when your parents divorce, you get 2 sets of birthday presents. Yeah, no, it happened in reverse for me. My daughters bought me these Star Wars cupcakes that had them made for me. And then my sons felt bad, so they're taking me out to see Spider-Man and a movie. so now I get 2 sets of presents. So there you go. Anyway, right now the superhero world is you're at a point where you got to try and do something different with it, right? It's the Marvel's basically done and dead. They worked for a long time, but it's over, right? Marvel's got. I mean, I don't know. I say I did find the Doomsday trailer pretty good, right? So I don't know. So yeah, this is they're trying to do something, trying to a gritty adult superhero show. This is True Detective meets superheroes.
So, you're a space cop.
No, I'm just being trained. All right, new lesson. Take the ring.
I mean, as opposed to Peacemaker, which is like mainly comedic. Oh, the first season was excellent, I have to say.
All right, new lesson. Take the ring. You fly. Just fly. I'm sorry. Fly, please. What the fuck is that?
You're the backup quarterback.
For now.
I don't get the whole he's training him. Right? I whatever. I guess I'll explain it.
What do you think is going on? It's no accident. We're here. These victims are going to end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a feeling.
He has a feeling.
I think this is more than just a feeling.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
Yeah, I like the superhero-ness in it. See, that was the problem with the Jessica Jones show, right? Jessica Jones was based on probably one of the best comics I've ever read, called Alias. And the reason it was so good, it was gritty, street-level stuff. And in the background, you had Spider-Man and Captain America and things like that. It was very much set in that, superhero world. So this looks like the same sort of thing. I don't know. I'm certainly going to watch it and review it.
What do you know about manhunters? Where'd you hear that word? Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. And it could take the form of any species. So it could be anyone. He's gonna send an army to put you down.
Again, I like that he also got that Green Lantern as well.
Do you resent Hal Jordan?
The ring's always been mine. Jordan's just keeping it warm. Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal?
No.
Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement.
Yeah, I see. Do you see the naturalistic special effects that aren't meant to if it was a Marvel movie, it's much more dynamic, right?
Brightest day and blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Yeah, okay. I mean, listen.
I'll have a beer.
I mean, okay. The biggest tragedy is that the the book that really created this genre, in my opinion, was called Powers by Brian Michael Bendis. And that's when he was really at the height of his powers. Bendis and Omi, right? But he got woke. They both got woke, and it just fell apart. It's really sad. It was one of the earliest woke casualties that I can remember. Anyway, it was really designed to be a TV show. It's really worth getting the comics, right? Especially the first few. Who Killed Retro Girl was the first one. It's absolutely beautiful stuff, right? I think that Netflix is going to make a version of it. Let me just check. Powers adaptation. No, not Powered. Bendis. And then, like, pretty much everything else. Is this it? There we go. Yeah, it's being adapted as a Netflix animated show, which I think is probably the best idea for it. Right? So, yeah, I mean, hopefully it's much better than the last one. So, the PlayStation Network did it for 2 seasons, and it was really cheap and nasty and awful. But that was the show that, like, developed the gritty superhero genre show, right? And it's the only one it's never been properly adapted, right? What can you do? Anyway, let's pull up the thumbnail. Is there anything else I have to look? Oh yeah, what? No, I'm not looking. It's too depressing. Maybe next show. 1 second. There we go. Here, doink. Did not animate this. Oh, one second. I should open up the raw art of it. 1 second. The raw art. Oh, like raw sex. You know, and that's the other thing. Since I got divorced, right? I came to realize that my marriage was so incredibly shitty that essentially sex was really all we had, which is why I was always so obsessed with bloody sex, right? Remember my thumbnails used to be all pervy? That's why. It's because I was desperate for some kind of love and connection with my wife, and the sex was really the only thing we had. Never mind. Anyway. Maybe share screen. Doing. Yeah, and you all know the really sad thing. I can't actually even remember the last time. Yeah, my ex had sex. I can't even remember. Right? So that again, that's a sign that the marriage isn't doing so great, right? Anyway, here we go. I'm back, baby. The AI did beauty thrust. Here, I'll show you what the AI made. That was a pretty good one, but I didn't like the railings, right? The beard's slightly wrong on that one. I like the goatee, but it's not bad. That one's also not bad, but again, I prefer it with that goatee, and that's the one I use because that's just pure sylph. And for eagle-eyed viewers, you will know that TARDIS he's in was never actually made. It was designed by Mike Tucker, I believe, for season 27. And he made a model of it there was a Doctor Who night, and then they blue screened or green screened Sylvester into it. There was, but yeah, I always love referencing that TARDIS, right? I really do. Anyway, Seth McCoy's Royal Return. Yeah, this is actually kind of fun. As the BBC does everything it can to remind the world why they love Doctor Who. Yeah. There is a real campaign to remind people why they love the BBC, because the BBC realizes the new direct general realize just how much they're fucked, right? You know, they're losing license pairs like to the tune of like $500,000 a year because essentially they just make shit, right? Their news is shit, everything is shit. They need to start making good content. And I know, like, it's going to be years before Doctor Who's back. Spider-Man owns a summer box office. Yes, it does. Man, did you hear the tangible sigh of relief that from the wokies of the world that what's the name? The Odyssey didn't tank at the box office, right? They're like, we're saved. Everything's okay. Yes, we're saved. No, you're not. And to reboot or not to reboot, what to do with a problem like Doctor Who? I know. See, my take would be reboot, but then over the period of like 2 or 3 years, reveal how it is connected to the classic series, which is not connected to the post-Capaldi series, right? They should just do that. And everything will be better in the world. I mean, assuming they make it good, right? I still reckon Pete Matigue is the most likely guy to be running Doctor Who, which is a real shame, quite frankly. I mean, like, I like his work he's done outside of Doctor Who, modern Doctor Who. I like his stuff he's done on the box sets. But like, I don't know, like it was just a shame he wasn't around, during the Moffat era. Frankly, he could have been quite solid then. But I listen, maybe it'll be good when he doesn't have anybody's woke tendrils over them. Again, just don't get into that like bubble where everybody is bad. Everybody is awful. Don't get to the Rusty Davis bubble, right? Which I'm fearing he's in. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to the chat. Darren M is there. How are you doing, Darren M? On the Rumbles and the YouTube. How are you doing, sir? Slightly different avatars on both. There you go. Jonathan Cox is here. Hello. As does Atty Tree. How do you do, sir? Thank you for joining us. Archer Connor says Daisy Cam. Yes, we love a bit of Daisy Cam. Jonathan Cox is here. And they call it puppy love. Oh, yeah. No, really. I had Daisy here. 1 second. Found it on Facebook. Let me go back through my Facebook photos. Hang on. Photos. Oh, it must be after this. Oh, wow. I got to the ones. Wow, I went right past it. That's photos of me. I want your photos. Damn. Yeah, mate. Can you see me this photo? Yeah, let me just share the screen for a second. You come back for a second, Sylv. Share screen. Where is it? It's a Chrome tab. Facebook. Yeah, this is from a vacation. This is September. But see how big I am there? I'm literally half that size now. It's crazy, right? I'm literally half that size. Less than a year ago. Blimey. That's like 11 months ago. Wow. It genuinely blows my mind, right? It genuinely blows my mind. Yeah, let me find the days. Puppy Daisy. Die. Close that. I've got to go back through my YouTube thumbs. I had to go through and back my YouTube thumbs on Facebook to like delete all the pervy ones. I mean, all the licentious pervy ones. We're getting back now. Oh, we're back to before we knew the Rusty Davis 2 era was going to be awful. But we all thought it'd be good. Come on, back. I should just delete all of these, quite frankly. Okay, that's what is this from? Am I getting close? Right, I'm back at 2022, so I've got another 2 years to go. 2022. I just found the last vacation I took with my ex-wife. Oh, where is it? Come on. It's around. Oh, we're nearly there. Here we go. Baby Daisy. This was worth the wait, okay? This was worth the wait. Oh. Baby Daisy. Oh, no, not that one. Oh, but look how little she was. Oh. Oh, Daisy, you're a lovely doggy. Yes. Yeah, that was her 6 years ago. Oh, she's so little. Yeah, we've been together for a while, me and Daisy. Share screen. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The book I'm going to write, right? The book I'm going to write, documenting my whole divorce experience. Because, like, now I'm in it for a longer haul than I was initially comfortable with. Like, honestly, I think the good Lord just wants me to, get my ass together, like get this surgery done, lose more weight, just get it together, right? Before I can get married again, right? Again, and I'm on a good track to do it. But yeah, the book I want to write, I'm going to call it The Prisoner, right? Because again, I'm in this phase of life for longer than I'm comfortable with, that's for sure. But I'm trapped here, right? I'm trapped here until I'm not. So what I think I'm going to do is document my divorce experience, right? And intersperse it with a rewatch of The Prisoner. And then tie the themes of that, into the narrative, at the time. So yeah, I think that'll be an interesting, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it's an interesting way to document this, and I think geeks might actually do it. And I just think it'll be good for me, quite frankly. Anyway, okay, where are we up to? Atty Trius, hello to you. Rabbi, do you remember the 1980s Robin show? Was it? Oh, of course, Robin the Hooded Man. Yeah, no, I loved it. Right, I had what's he called again? Became a huge English actor. And now he's old, as Will Scarlet. Oh, I can't remember his name. But it was great. Oh, absolutely great. Michael Praed. I mean, listen, Jason Connery. He was one of the worst actors of all time. I mean, let's just be fair. I mean, look how bad he was in Vengeance on Varos. He's awful, right? He's genuinely awful, right? But you also had Richard O'Brien as one of the villains. He was good in that series. Yeah, no, I loved it. Right, it was very good. Why'd you ask? Archer Collin. Well, Archer Collin is bringing up Donny Osmond for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Where are we up to? Attitude Rabbi Lowell. I don't know what happened, but okay. That's the one we were reviewing it last night. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Michael. Yeah. That's classic stuff, right? Got to do some Clanner from that. Says yes. Oh, the Hooded Man. And also Harry's game. They did the theme tune for, I believe. To be fair, it sounds as if Judaism has a reasonable understanding and attitude to divorce overall. Then again, I suppose you have had thousands of years to get there. Well, my marriage felt like thousands of years. Yeah, listen, look, sometimes people need to get divorced, right? It's just, the bottom line, right? I mean, honestly, me and my ex, we did need to get divorced, sort of, right? But we didn't need to. I spoke about this on Monday. Right, it was. It's weird. I'm in my mid-50s. I've raised 4 children, and they're fantastic. I've had a career. I've had a good and successful life. Right, I didn't really grow up till this year. Right, this year is what it took to make me grow up. Right, which is why I'm getting the surgery and losing weight now. I'm like, stop being a fucking baby. Right. Essentially, right. And again, why is it good to wait till after that? That just makes you look attractive, not just from losing the weight, but like having that confidence, right? Having that control. I really genuinely grew up this year. I don't think my ex did, right? Look, she certainly had good reason to want to get divorced. I treated her badly. I was mentally ill for a long time, and I did treat her badly. But the truth is, we were in a mutually abusive marriage. But the thing is, she just hasn't been able to own anything of it, right? Everything is somebody else's fault, according to her. So, if she could have grown up with me, I think we could have had a great future. That's basically my take on it now, right? Instead, I don't know. I think my future's going to be pretty good. I'm less confident about hers, but it's not my problem. I feel bad, but it's not my problem at all. Anyway, my question: far right compared to what? Yes, yes. Remember with US politics being affected by the correct UK politics, exactly right? I bet she thinks it's wrong for Trump to sue BBC, right? When they interfered with American politics, right? It's a man. It's a bloke, says Jonathan Cox. The latter show seems to be clearly written by somebody who doesn't know how the rings work. For stuff, well, again, I don't think this is lore heavy. I think this is inspired by Green Lantern as opposed to being Green Lantern. It's called The Lanterns, for example, right? I think it's inspired by. I think probably the Ryan Reynolds movie will be more comic book accurate. And well, okay, the ring has always been mine. Really does sound like as I've been with. Yes, it does. Isn't a backup by definition a replacement? No, he means a permanent replacement, right? What was on Channel 5? Says you, Robert Payne, not the BBC. I don't know. That was only 10 minutes ago. I don't know. It can't, no, because ITV had Robin Sherbert, so it can't be that. I don't know. Ray Winston played Will Scarlet. Yes. Right. I am not a number. Yeah. So yeah, the first chapter will be called "I Will Not Be." What's the name? Brief index. Okay, 1 second. Prisoner quote: "I will not be briefed, debriefed." Let's see if it comes up the whole quote. Oh, that's the one. I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered. I love the way he says that. All right. That's what that's what I call the first chapter. Right. When I'm basically talking about why I'm getting divorced. All right. Did we catch up on the chat? We caught up with the chat. We're doing well. Let's look at the headline story. Where is the yes, okay. So Doctor Who, by the way, I really recommend Type 40 from, was it Monday or Tuesday, where they had, I can't remember the name of the guest. He was fantastic. I'm going to pull it up. We'll go. Type 40 right here. No, I can't. I don't want to get copyright struck by Dan. Do we have who's in it? What's the guy's name? Oh, here it is. Hang on. James Sutton was in it. He was fabulous, right? James Sutton, fabulous. I'm going to put the link to the stream. It's really good. This guy James Sutton, he's part of a group of like cosplayers that helps. Where is it over here? Group of cosplayers that that know Doctor Who very well, and he worked on getting this costume together for Sylvester McCoy. He also talks a little bit about doing stuff for Circuit Breaker. And my heart goes out because like you have these people that really know what they're doing with screen accurate Doctor Who. Like they really know what they're doing. And there's a really nice community of them as well. Right? It's but like, I just feel it's a real shame that they're not being used as something that fandom loves, right? It really is a shame. In deference to the late let a name on the next chapter will be called "I Am a Number." I'll make each chapter heading a quote from The Prisoner. I guess I've got to start rewatching The Prisoner now. It's a tough job, but I guess I have to do it. My dad, God bless him, God rest his soul, introduced me to The Prisoner. He was on the button there. He knew I would have liked it. Anyway, Doink, let's pull this thing up. Excuse me while I whip this out. Where is it? Here we go, Doink.
Opening ceremony night.
No, it's exciting, but it's not just a bit like a works night.
Now, I don't know who any of these people are. I know one was very famous. I think the other one's involved with the games or something like that. But again, I think this is a really good sign, frankly, that they're trying to tap into the essential Britishness and the love of Doctor Who, right, on the BBC. They did that in their What's the BBC Ever Done For Us ad. And once you get off of the, incredulously going, well, everything you just mentioned is what the BBC does badly for us now. right? But they're really trying to focus on things that everybody loved about the BBC, and nobody loved Doctor Who since Capaldi left. Not that many loved it before since he came, quite frankly. But I mean, I did, right? At least it had a workable audience, and I think that if Capaldi was on, had a regular time slot, right, in the winter, he would have done way better, right? Way better, or in like the spring. But I think being moved around a lot didn't help. I think his first season was his weakest, which is a problem. I think Moffat had his attention split by Sherlock, and he really kind of shows, right? It does really kind of show. But anyway, so now they've done this very Doctor Who heavy intro to the, and it's obviously done by people who love Doctor Who, intro to the Commonwealth Games.
Out for you. People asking you what your favourite bike is, that kind of thing.
No, it's special. You know it's special. Well,
it's well directed as well, right? The shots are good.
You get it? No, you get it. No, you get it. Right, okay, I'll get it. We can milk it. Hello? Oh, hello. It's the palace. I'm sorry. Well, no, I can't see anyone. What do they look like? Sure, long scarf. I'm looking. Like, question mark vest. Wow, that is a strong look. No, I can't see anyone.
Yeah, no long scarf though.
So how are we going to get their majesties from Balmoral to the opening ceremony in time? Unless, hold on. Chris, have you got your tandem? Come on.
This is better than the James Bond Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, skit, right, at the beginning of the Olympics. Maybe we'll pull that up next as a comparison. Okay, making it like, unearthly white as you go, and lovely touch, right? Really lovely touch. They got the right sound effects going on, but it means you don't have to worry about a control room, and it's like you're looking at that memory, that golden memory of Doctor Who.
It's the real one. What? Scrap that. We'll be there in no time. I'm doing the buttons. No. I'm doing the buttons. He's doing the buttons.
Which theme tune is it? Is that the Jodie one? Is that later on? And here comes Sylve! Right? It's really great to see him in character. I think he really works well with the goatee.
I'm sure I parked here.
Look, check the map again.
Okay. So
again, the incandescent light is a really nice idea.
Sorry, mate. Do you know the way to Balmoral? Where actually are we?
Logness.
Right. I'm driving.
Next stop, Balmoral.
Again, this is very affectionate to Doctor Who, right? And I think that's really the vibe the BBC wants to convey right now. Like, remember Doctor Who and be affectionate to it. It was fun. We loved it.
Stop, Balmoral.
Incredible.
I know. Chris Hoy?
Sorry, this isn't Balmoral, is it?
I thought you said you could drive.
I really wish I knew who they were.
Sorry, I couldn't have... Thanks.
That did look pretty good, I have to tell you.
Oops. Wrong castle.
Definitely not it. Nope.
I think isn't that the Shooty sound, theme tune? I can't tell.
Finally, Balmoral. We're here.
Okay, Okay, right. You stay here. I'll go and get the.
Okay. The light behind it just sells it. So they should make that a permanent feature when Doctor Who comes back, right? And then you walk into a darkened room, right after you go through the wall of light. That would be really cool. Oh, I really think they should keep that. That'd be kind of, I would like that.
Majesty, listen, I have met them before, so maybe I should go. Okay.
It's actually me who's friends with the king.
Such a show-off. Hello, your majesties. Your carriage awaits. Right. Next stop, Glasgow.
This is obviously modeled on the James Bond Queen Olympics thing, right? Again, it's a real testament how what a great part of British culture is, isn't it? Yeah, that is a spooky one. Chris Hay, I don't know. Now, honestly, I have no love for the king. I think he's really been not good news for England, quite frankly. But this makes me go, oh, this is wonderful, right? This is just lovely. Honestly, I like his decision to have Camilla as his equal monarch, right? Look, man's loved her all his life. Let him give to her, right? That's what I think. So again, I think that's speaks very well of where Doctor Who is. Right? Let's pull up the James Bond. I want to say James Bond. Queen. What's the word? Oh, Olympics. Where is it? You're right. It was directed by what's his name? The guy who was supposed to do No Time to Die. Right? I wonder why he left the movie, because I thought it was over creative differences about killing Bond, and he didn't want to, or the Broccolis didn't want to, or something. Hang on, here it comes. Oh, it takes forever to download, though. It's going to take 6 minutes. Fine. It's called Happy and Glorious. Okay, we'll go back to that in a second. So wait a minute. Let's open up another one. Let's open up the... Close that. Everything is better. Okay, that shouldn't be open here. Close that there. Shut that door. Oh, there we go. Finally found what I was looking for. Oh, we've got a few things to look at. Where should we start? Let's look over here. Because it's quite excited me in many ways. Share screen. Doink. Oh, we got to look at SFX magazine. We did look at that this month. I don't think we did. George Kynes, I just love the stuff he does with AI. It's fun using my camera and editing skills to direct simulated characters, AI location, made up. Here's a made-up scenario from a BBC tale, Inferno. But then you've got the two Romanas. Perfect Catherine Shell. What's that one? That does look like a little shagging pad. I'm sorry. Who's that? No, can't be AI. Well, as expected, how anyone watched my 4-minute short film that I spent months working on? I got pitifully low numbers of views, double digits on YouTube and TikTok again, triple digits, blah, 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 and only a few thousand views on Facebook. The majority of people watched it, bailed out in 30 seconds. Let's see if a sexy woman gets me gets me my engagement slump of social media. I bet it does. Victoria Ward. Let's look at the two Romanas first. Doink. Downloading this now. All right, I like the Mary Tam grabbing the Lala Ward boob Romana. That works for me. There we go. And where's the right thing? Share screen. Video file. Yeah, that's it.
Well, it's a nice surprise to see an old face.
Have we met?
Okay, I have to say, that's that looks like an intro to incredible porn. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, like, could you imagine? Yes. If I'm going to see Scissoring in the TARDIS, it's for those two, frankly. Scissoring in the TARDIS. No, of course, we won't see Scissoring in the TARDIS.
So,
this looks like kinkier porn, quite frankly.
you're me from the Doctor's version of Earth. And what, precisely, are you supposed to be wearing? You look quite ridiculous.
I could say the same about your wig.
I think we should continue this conversation more formally.
Yeah, okay, now it's gone to kinky porn. Okay, we're right there. Hi, George, you,
I could say the same about your wig.
Okay, take two.
Okay. That was odd. That was odd. Okay, one second. We go over here. I had a couple of bookmarks of things I needed to explore. That. Oh, we should talk about that as well. Okay. Oh, here, we'll do this first, which this I found somewhat interesting. Doink. So there's some kind of controversy, right? Because somebody translate this reply for me. I can only speak Tal Millennial. Is this good? What's this saying? Twin, please lock in. What? Not to be that guy, but it was River who sent the Doctor the message summoning him to the library, not the other way around. So apparently did they miss something out? Is that what's going on? In the YouTube version, Moffat says the message comes from the one the Doctor's former selves. In Surreal, he says they cut that out, and you can see the edit 41 seconds. They didn't. One second. Let's download. There you go. Let's have a look at this.
The end of the story for him, but he can't let her know as she walks out the door.
Oh, so that's what happens in the Hooney, but again, they gotta stop with the drag queens. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't pretend you're not making a statement.
That he's never going to see her again. Oh. So that would have been a great scene to do. Just, I've got to go to the library. It's one of your former selves. I don't know which one. I'll just go and see him. And he's going, what is it? Remind me? Oh, it's some library. And you go, that's it. It ends here.
Oh, 1 second, my son's calling. You just wait there. Reuben, how are you? Praise the good Lord. I'm doing a live stream right now. Is there anything I can help you with urgently? Well, you know I'm an urgent guy sometimes. Okay, fine. I'll speak to you later. Bye. I really creeped out. That's my older son. I really creeped him out the other day when I said like this. I got a match, and the woman. I said, "Wow, that woman's really attractive. Like she's super hot." He was like, "Ooh, daddy, don't." Okay, so that was. So let's see the thing that should have been what they cut out from it. Video file. Doink.
Do with River, which would have been a terrific scene, but it's just a scene. It's not a story. Is one day when River Song and the Doctor are living their lives on Beryllium, the Doctor would realize the message is about to come through for River, and she'd get the message and say, "Come to the library," and he knows that's it. That when she leaves, he'll never see her again. That's the end of the story for him. But he can't let her know as she walks out the door that he's never going to see her again. So that would have been a great scene to do. Just I've got to go to the library. He's going, what is it? Remind me? Oh, it's some library. And he goes, that's it. It ends here, and he can't show it. Capaldi could play the hell out of that.
Yes, he could. Man, that would have been cool. That really would have been cool. Let's look at Tom. Was it? There we go. Tom Shadbon dead. Doctor Who and James Bond star dies as tribute pause. And yes, we will never get Capaldi with Duggan now. He was also in Blake 7, wasn't he? He was in a bunch of here. Let's go to Big Finish. Big Finish. What's his name again? Tom Shadbon. There you go. It was in a bunch of Big Finish stuff. There we go. Newest? Oh, I guess they're released. Yeah. Did he ever play Duggan again? That's really the question. He kept playing the same character on Blake 7. The character he played in TV at Blake 7. Armageddon Storm's freaking awesome. Right? It is freaking awesome. Right, he was a recurring character in Sarah Jane Adventures. Played the same character. What's the character that he always play? Cast. Dale Grant, right. He played there we go. Then who was in this? Gordon Davison. Do not know. All right. Oh, that's one of the 8th Doctor and Lucy Miller stories. I wonder which one it was. I guess it's this one. No More Lies. It's the only one he is. Anyway, yes. Let's have a look at him. Meghan Markle sums up first meeting with Princess Kate in shocking one-word bombshell. She's a cunt. Wouldn't be funny. That's the way it went. In a versatile actor, veteran actor, had a versatile career in TV and film. Yeah, I mean, honestly, are you surprised that Big Finish never brought back Duggan? That's really weird. Veteran actor Don Chabon has died at the age of 80. The actor enjoyed a versatile career in TV and film, appearing in Doctor Who, Game of Thrones. I don't remember Game of Thrones, but wasn't everybody in Game of Thrones? It's like literally everybody, every British actor at some point to become an actor. You got to be in Game of Thrones, right? Moffat was talking to to a bloke, right? Yes, he was, I believe. Peep Show, Casino Royale. Oh, I remember him on Casino Royale. I once thought Tom Chabon and Brian Calder are kind of interchangeable. Except one's dead and one's alive now. So there you go. The statement said, "We are sorry to hear the news that Tom Chabon has passed away this weekend. Tom was a familiar place to many of for his many numerous television film credits, including Doctor Who." I mean, he really made an impression in Doctor Who. James Bond and Game of Thrones. He was always a warm and friendly man to work with, and we send our condolences to his family at this sad time. Oh, okay, who said that? His death was confirmed in a Facebook post by Phantom Events. Wow, that's kind of a sad way to be announced that you're going out. Yes. Sad news, Tom Shepard is dead, and the Bonnie Langford signing is now on line 12. Yeah. Oh, that was him in Game of Thrones. He was the Septon that married, was it Lyanna Stark to what's the name, Targaryen? And yeah, whatever. Sadly, that's when the wheels started to come off with Game of Thrones, when they went post George R.R. Martin. Right, that's when everything just started falling apart. Anyway. The ladies that played several characters, Doctor, including the temperamental Inspector Thomas Duncan in 1979. Yes, he was very good. Did he voice the Jaguars as well? I didn't know that. Right, I didn't know that. First job. He voiced the first Jaguar in the same year, in the same story. Was it the same story? Yeah. Returning to the show in '86, starring as Modine in Trial of the Time. I don't remember Modine. Wait. No, I'm thinking Brian Catt. Let's look up who Modine is. Oh, he is from that story. Oh, that's Tom. I always thought this guy was Brian Catt. No, Tom, I can't see his hair. That's why. Okay. His substantial roles in a number of TV series included such as Chancer, The Liver Birds, and Where the Heart Is, and Wire in the Blood. In 1995, Chabon portrayed Leonard Monk for 10 episodes of the Crown Prosecute. Lenny Monk of the Crown Prosecute, and then he made more than 120 appearances on screen throughout. I've never heard of Lenny Monk. Throughout his career, starring in iconic programs such as Sherlock Holmes, Midsummer Murders, The Bill, and False War. Yeah, no, he got about a bit. One of his final appearances was as a High Septon Maynard in Game of Thrones 2017. Well, yeah, I guess he was winding down by that point, right? Beyond his career in the channel, Chabon landed roles throughout the 70s and 80s, including the Alf Garnett saga, the Beast Must Die, Juggernaut Test, and Coming Out the Ice and Dance with a Stranger. He was one of his most notable roles was in Casino Royale, appearing as a stockbroker. Yes, during the high plate scene with the Shift. Writer Kevin Scott, Doctor Who stalwart, who worked with Chabon on Cypher Series Blake 7. Pen, so sorry to hear the passing of Tom Shadbon, who I shared many happy studio sessions recording with while producing Blake 7. Not to mention a story filled Mills after recording. An absolute gent. Godspeed, Tom. Doctor Who star Lisa Bowerman added, "Oh no, I hadn't heard." Was she dating this one as well? How incredibly sad. He was wonderful. One fan shared, "So sorry to hear this. He knew exactly what he was doing with the character Doug," and he did. You're 100% correct there. Wonderful performance, and he was part of the my earliest memories of Doctor Who. Delighted when he popped up in Casino Royale. Yes, actually, I feel the same way. Good night, Tom. And it's just that sexy woman back again a couple of times. Okie dokie. Fine. Where am I looking for? Let's do the reboot or not to reboot. Doink. Ecky thump. Doctor Who's divisive hard reboot idea comes with an unexpected advantage. Okay. I wasn't blown away by Chris Chibnall's run. I bet you pretended you were a line cunt as Doctor Who showrunner, but I do think it was better than people say. It wasn't. It wasn't as bad as Russell's second run, but it was bad, right? It was very bad. It was quite bland at points, most of the points. At any point around Jodie Whittaker, really. But there are a few episodes that showed a promising glimpse of what was possible with Jodie Whittaker on Thursday. Nothing. She was awful in the TARDIS. On the other hand, I can fully understand why the era has been eclipsed by the ultra-divisive, timeless child twist. The retroactive installation of Doctor's actual origin sent shock through waves through fandom for its boldness and borderline absurd. It wasn't borderline. It passed the border quite some distance ago. Right, it created plot holes aplenty in both the short and long term. Later, Chibnall efforts allowed the Timeless Child twist to sit a bit more comfortably among the established Doctor Who canon. No, it didn't. Ross Davis' second spell in charge also made the effort to recontextualize the story. Not really. Regardless, it sticks out for numerous reasons, issues it creates. While Chibnall hasn't voiced any regret about, I'm sure he's got plenty, about his most problematic subplot, another former showrunner has really made a comment that indirectly suggests the origin story that Chibnall gave the Doctor should be ignored. Yes, it should. It's not an open or even necessarily intentional criticism of Chibnall's work, but I think it reads like a little like that. Stephen Moffat's Doctor Who hard reboot idea suggests leaving the Timeless Child, but I thought it was against the hard reboot idea. I was very fond of I have very fond memories of Stephen Moffat's time as Doctor Who showrunner. He allowed the show to grow and evolve with its audience. Okay, that's true. But again, I think it was treated terribly by the BBC in that time, right? I mean, yeah, Doctor's always been shut on by the BBC. He allowed the show to grow in order to addressing darker themes and storylines that it had been attempted in previous years. His very consistent run resulted in hanging on his every word when he comes to Doctor Who. Look, well, that's fair. I actually do. I do too. He's clearly one of the world's leading experts. Do you really reckon Nick Briggs is like the world's leading Dalek expert? I wonder. Especially given how many episodes he's written, 50. Speaking with Doctor Who magazine via Radio Times, Moffat talked about the show's current state. What issue was this in? I don't know. He made some very good points. While some fans are calling for the Doctor to be rebuilt from the ground up instead of just casting a new Doctor as part of the same decades-long continuity, Moffat explains that it would be an imperfect solution. What, the hard reboot? The fact it's a new actor wouldn't tell you it's a hard reboot at all. He said, so people casually watching would assume, oh, it's the next version of Doctor Who. He's changed again. And they'll say, why doesn't he know who the Daleks are? And you'll start getting confused. I don't think he will do that. You know how you avoid that? You make it really good. Right? If you make it really good water cooler TV, then you don't have to worry about that, right? Because then people get sucked into the story. That's what Rusty Davies did in 2005. I mean, it really is. They'll say, why doesn't he know where the Daleks are? And you start getting confused, and you have to keep reminding the audience, we started from the beginning again. Yeah, I do hear that, I guess. So Moffat is clear. In his view, a hard reboot isn't the way forward. To prove his point further, the former showrunner states that going back to the very beginning will require starting with the Doctor stealing a TARDIS and running away from Gallifrey. Not necessarily. But describes that as a nightmare option, that it would be a terrible beginning for the show. Yeah, no, you don't start the show that way. No, you start it again, an amnesiac Doctor in the TARDIS. He knows as much as he needs to know to get the story through, right? Regardless of the potential merit of the idea, I find it very interesting that Moffat chose this point in the Doctor's timeline to treat as a Genesis point. Surely the official canon is reserved to adapt from Doctor Who reboot, as Moffat suggested, but advises against, will pick up before Hartnell's first Doctor. Still was a nobody cares. After all, we all know there are countless versions of the Doctor before Hartnell, with Joe Martin's future Doctor being the most fleshed out example. No, we don't. We don't. Furthermore, the Doctor has been canonically established as not even originating from the show's main universe. We don't know exactly where the Doctor came from, but it's essentially elsewhere. Would a hard reboot go back to that beginning and not address that first? No, you don't. You start off in the middle of the continuity, right? To wait years or decades to unveil the character's backstory would likely result in the same level of disappointment when it is eventually retold. That being said, if the Timeless Child would be part of the show's foundational reboot lore from the beginning, would that be so much of a big deal? It's just a shit idea, really. right? But I guess we won't know unless it ever happens. It won't. A complete Doctor Who reboot is probably the only way to leave the Timeless Child behind. No, I disagree. I should start by saying that I don't want Doctor Who to undergo a hard reboot. The show has always had its ups and downs, but it's had a lot of downs, right? And the beauty of the show is the writers and actors inevitably come along to steady the ship. Furthermore, Doctor Who has a history of redeeming poor efforts from years earlier. For parts that didn't hit the mark, they can even be left behind. Each new Doctor being introduced already serves as a reboot of the show, all the show ever needs. But it's never been in this dire straits before, right? Right? It's never been this bad before, sadly, right? Why did you send this to me? Okay, I don't know. Sorry, the Rabbi is sending me a document via WhatsApp, and now he's recording a WhatsApp. Oh, okay, I'll see what he wants. Doctor, blah, 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 blah. However, the Timeless Child did make a huge and profound alteration of Doctor Who character as a character, making it near impossible to ever ignore completely. No, just ignore it. I would say everything happened after Bacaldi is not canon. That you just deal with it that way, right? It's a separate universe. Best we can hope for is it never get mentioned again, but that's a big ask. That's really what it should be, right? That's really what it should be. It'll be forever be a part of the law of the current continuity. No, it won't. No, it won't. It never was. That isn't necessarily true if a hard reboot happens. Moffat's knee-jerk preference for a Doctor Who reboot to go back to the first Doctor fleeing Gallifrey rather than some mysterious cosmic... No, start with a mysterious cosmic being who's a mystery to himself as much as everybody else. It could be officially observed as a real starting point for Doctor Who. Oh, fuck off with your Timeless Child bollocks. Fucking hell. Give me Agita. Wow. Warping Atlantis is going to be on Disney, but next year... Doctor Who crosses sets up Sonic Fusion Doctor getting a Sonic screw. I don't really care. Right? I don't really care. Did Billy Piper regenerate into King Charles? No. What crossover are they talking about? I mean, like, why would anybody buy this? Right? I really don't know. Why would anybody buy this? But again, that guy, Sutton, whatever his name was, they were talking about how they dressed the fugitive Doctor. They put so much work into it. I really feel bad, right? I really feel bad taking automatic shit on it, everything, right? Circuit Breaker had a comic in this month's Doctor Who magazine. Speaking of which, did we look at SFX this month? Let's have a quick look. Pocket Mags. I think we did. Hang on a second. Stop. Yeah. Oh, my phone's going. Hey, 1 second. Hello. Oh my God. Junk mail informing about a doctor's appointment. I know. What's this? Very much enjoyed watching the recent edition of the BBC Archive YouTube channel, a very British sci-fi convention, 1993 documentary about the guy. Okay, I got to check that out. Yeah. We totally got gone over this, right? Totally gone over this. What else do I want to look at? What? No, it's the same story. Doctor Who hiatus is a golden opportunity for the BBC to revive a 5-season cult fan. What 5-season cult fantasy hit are they talking about? What about start the Adventures of Merlin? No, it's a dumb idea. That is a dumb idea, right? That's no. Let's see if Screen Rant's got anything to talk about Doctor Who. Doctor Who. No, let's spell it right this time. He'll always be a friend of mine. Who? Doctor Who. Doctor Who. What title stands for? What's TARDIS stand for in Doctor Who? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these are all things like saying 16 years later, Doctor Who's best historical is still undefeated. What they saying the best historical episode? Aren't you intrigued? I'm intrigued. Vincent and Doctor, yes, fair point. 10 best 10 Doctor quotes in Doctor Who history. Well, okay, let's see what you got to say for yourself. I'll call you a genius. I'll call you a genius, except I'm in the room. I don't want to go. New teeth. That's weird. Was it? Oh, Barcelona. People assume that time is a strict regression cause and effect. No, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. People. Some people live more than 20 years than others do in 80. Okay. I'm so old now. I used to have so much mercy. I remember that one. You get one warning. That's it. I've seen fake gods, bad gods, and demigods. There would be gods. Yes, because there are laws. There are laws of time. I'm the Doctor. I'm a Time Lord. Yeah, that is actually quite a good speech. Because that's how I see the universe. What's that one from? From Voyager. I don't know. I think I'm going to wrap up. I want to see whether Rabbi's getting in contact with me. I don't think I'm in trouble. I don't think I'm in trouble. And if I am, I don't really care. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head off into the sunset. I am back on what day? Sunday, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, I would have thought so. I'm back on Sunday for more cyber filth. I'm trying to get David Milling on at some point to talk about Ghostlight. All right, that'd be really great for good. I'm going to start my Prisoner Watch tonight, I think. Hey, everybody, Toodle Pip. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. I'm hitting the end broadcast button, hitting again. Say